America's most famous motorcycle, the one I ride, went woke. Their fans are not happy about it, and they just walked it back. Let me show you what's going on at Harley-Davidson Motorcycle. Will Johnson, the one American company that you would never think would go woke, did go woke. And boy, did their customer base blow up at them. I'm not talking about Target. I'm not talking about Bud Light. I'm not talking about Delta Airlines. I'm certainly not talking about Disney. I'm talking about Harley Davidson, America's oldest motorcycle maker, the most successful iconic motorcycle in the world. Right. I ride one. They went woke. And oh my God, did it blow up on them. But interestingly enough, unlike Bud Light, who still has not gone back on the we're open to all people. And, you go to baseball games and there's like a line at Coors and there's a line at Michelob and Bud Light. There's nobody there. I mean, there's no line. You can get the beer in a second, but nobody wants it. Yeah. And they went back down. Harley did. And they just released a statement this week. They have renounced DEI. And they said, quote, "It is critical to our business that we hire and retain the best talent and that all of our employees feel welcome. That said, we have not operated a DEI function since April 2024. We do not have DEI function today. We do not have hiring quotas, and we will no longer have supplier diversity spend goals." Meaning they weren't saying to their suppliers, you have to hire certain people like, that are dwarves, or certain people that are Black or Native Americans or Hindus or whatever. Just like, give us the best product that works at a good price. The same thing with for their hiring. The goofball that did all this at Harley is this guy. And the interesting thing is he's still there. This is the CEO at Harley-Davidson, and he has called himself similar to the Taliban. He's like running the American Taliban. What a really, really dumb thing to say. The guy's name is Jochen Zeitz. They hired him away from Puma. He's been president since 2020. And everybody says, okay, it's great that you got rid of the DEI, but get rid of this guy too. My guess is the board is going to go after him next.
They should. They absolutely should. I mean, they're destroying an icon. They really have. So you said you had a Harley, Barry?
I still do.
You still have it?
Absolutely.
I saw this video where these guys took their Harley out into the middle of a field and they got every kind of weapon you can think of and just kind of blew it up. They were shooting at it. I mean, just to shreds. And then the grand finale, they were all they had like 5 people shooting at it at the same time, and had explosives blowing it up, sending a signal to Harley.
Because the company went
because of the wokeness. Yeah, because of the wokeness. They said, look, you should just be selling motorcycles. You shouldn't be complying with all of this DEI crap, this wokeism crap. This is not what Harley used to be about. I remember when I was a kid, Barry, and I used to go into, the convenience store, and I went back there to the magazine section, and they had these particular magazines in the bookstore. Me being the male, I still like women, right? And I'm sitting there looking at these magazines. All kids did it, right? At some point, most of us did. And I'm sitting there looking at these magazines, and they had these motorcycles in there with really beautiful women in it. And we used to giggle, ha, 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 look, wow, look at this. Like we're looking at the motorcycles.
Yeah, right.
But I remember they were Harleys, and no one had an issue with it, Barry.
Well, it was the American motorcycle.
Yes, there were half-dressed women in these magazines, and no one was like, "Oh my goodness, we need to shut the magazine down. We need to shut down the magazine. We need to shut it down." Harley, how dare you allow this to happen? They were like, "This is America. Strong men, beautiful women. This is what it's about. Boy, girl, no difference. There's a difference, right? But it's just boy, girl." And they were like, this is awesome. People wanted to get their Harleys because they wanted to look like those in the magazine.
Well, keep in mind, Evel Knievel, in his American leather suit, dressed like an American flag, actually, only would ride Harley-Davidson's. And every motorcycle company in the world wanted to build motorcycles. He goes, nope, I'm going to ride the American bike. And that's what he did. And now they've gone unwoke and their clientele is coming back. But for a long time, there were literally people boycotting, like you said. I don't know. I didn't know about blowing up their motorcycle.
Oh yeah, I'll see if I can find it again. I'll send it to you.
They're
They blew it up.
They're expensive motorcycles, but like the other companies we talk about, with their wokeness, like Planet Fitness as an example, where all you got to do is declare yourself a girl and you can go get naked in the girls' locker room, even though your name is Will or Barry. And they haven't backed down either, by the way.
Yeah, they're not backing out, and people are no longer going to their facilities, and no one's buying the motorcycle. Where was I? I was just somewhere yesterday or the day before yesterday, and they had a brand new motorcycle, and I'm like, what? I said, oh, that's a Harley. I mean, it's almost like they can't give them away. It's just sitting out there, and I thought it was a little odd being where it was located. And I'm like, okay, it's a little odd here. The brand new Harley.
Yeah, well, I bet you sales are going to get better now.
Well,
sure.
you know what? I think I don't know if Harley's actually truly meaning it. If they truly mean it, they're going to get rid of that guy. If they truly mean what they're saying,
you're right.
Then that'd be the signal saying, look, yeah, we're not going to do this. We're an American company. We've always been an American-based company. We're going to stick to American values. We're going to stick with reality. You gotta go. You gotta go. And at the end of the day, it's the bottom line in this capitalist country that we live in. It's the bottom line. But for some of these companies like Bud Light and Disney and, Planet Fitness, they're completely so woke that they're thinking that at some point people will just forget about it, or people will just people will just embrace it and say, okay, well, this is just how the world is today. And we're just all going to participate. Grown men going into the restroom with little girls. We got an issue. I'm just saying.
Well, we'll follow up.